Hello, everybody. Uh, I hope you can hear me. Uh, just to confirm that my voice. Uh, can you hear me? Because I'm on a different computer now, so just wanted to make sure that my voice is being heard across the waves. Well, it's been like a month since the last streaming, I think. We were when was the last one? Yeah, kind of like a month ago. It was the 18th of July. A lot of things have happened. Um, let's see. Well, this is our group. Yeah, I made this fantastic intro. We are from the group Gold member. You can join us on Telegram. It's at We Love Gold. And also, like if you go to welovegold.eu, you will be joining our team of gold members. Great. Well, apart from all of this promotion, blah 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 blah. There's a chat in YouTube, okay, and I'd like that you're telling me through that chat or through Gold member on Telegram, the symbols that we're going to analyze. And come on, let's try to do this in an hour. And that's about it. Let's see. So we can start taking this thing out, this thing out, this thing out, and we are turning this on just to confirm. Wait, let's do this first. Yeah. Well, let's check the news for the upcoming week. Okay, first of all, we've got this is Forex Factory. In case somebody doesn't know what this website is, it's great for everything related to Forex, and it's got lots of information, tons of information. And the forums are also great to get information on what other people are doing, trades, markets, brokers, great. So on Monday, we don't have. I filtered by medium and high impact news. We don't have much of an important, let's call it, news from what I see over here. We have, as always, Mr. Powell speaking on Tuesday. And sorry, yes, the retail sales and the core retail sales. So Tuesday is going to be bumpy. That's going to be interesting. This time shown here is Central European time, if I'm not mistaken, because this computer is on Central European time, Standard European time. So it's GMT plus 1, I think. We have some stuff on New Zealand going up, depending on what you're trading. Again, we have also something important for the Great British Pound, the CPI, and also for the Canadian dollar. Again, also for the Australian dollar, the unemployment change. I'm actually interested for about what will happen with Powell. Something that has nothing to do with Forex, but is trending news right now, is that, well, the Taliban's just conquered back their Afghanistan. So we don't know how this will affect the stock exchange, the Forex market, or anything tomorrow, because everything is closed except Bitcoin. Well, cryptocurrencies, as far as I think, depending on your broker. So we will see what happens regarding to this. It's an epic fail for the USA. Like they leave, and in less than 2 weeks they conquer back their country. So it means that 20 years and $1 billion have been wasted. I would prefer that $1 billion is on my pocket, but or in somebody else's pocket, or maybe in healthcare, or something else. But no, it's been wasted in that, and they lost it in 2 weeks. So Biden said this week that it's been they trained and they did everything to make sure that uh, the country could stand against all of that, and well, it lasted 2 weeks. So again, as some journalists say, the USA wins some battles, but it doesn't win wars. Again, I'm interested on what the Powell speaks and what he says. Of course, it's going to be interesting what happens on the retail sales. Depending on the dollar, a lot of things will happen next week, because we've seen, and now I'll change to the chart. One moment. I'm on a different computer as before, so I need to. Yeah, this is not this, but I need to open the chart, or there's no chart. Here it is. So I hope that you can see this big. I try to make it like full HD. So I hope that you are able to see this at the right size. Sorry. Okay, so well, let's see. We've got here. This is gold. We always start with gold. It's 410. Let's see. We've got gold in the last month, since June, that had all of that drop. Like since July, basically, that's when we stopped with the streamings. We had basically nothing happening. So we had by the end of the month, we had, this is the 4-hour chart, in case somebody was wondering. We are on the 4-hour chart for gold. If I zoom in, I'm going to try to zoom in to make sure that you can see things clearer. Okay. All of these red rectangles are support resistances. Okay. I don't care about changing the color. I don't mind. I just know that they're there. Okay. So it means that if it's the price is below, it means that it's a resistance. If the price is above, it's a support. Okay. So it means that we've got some things that happened in the last month. First of all, we had different changes happening on the gold was getting weaker, and gold was getting higher, but then all of a sudden, like things changed. We had in June this massive drop that probably all of you remember, on the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, the 17th of June, that we can see over here. From the 1900s, if I'm not mistaken, it dropped to the 1700s. So it was pretty like massive drop. It broke an uptrend, a serious uptrend on a daily chart. It really broke the uptrend over here. This we had this one over here. You can see we had an uptrend from here till here. I'll get the line for you just to make sure that you can see that. So we had that uptrend, and it was completely destroyed in June. Okay, this is a daily chart. Then after that, we had and I created this new line that you can see over here. This is the RSI. The white line is the RSI. So you can see that again, we've got a divergence over here. The price and the RSI is different. It means that the trend was going up again, and we can see, but again here on the 6th of August, we had this on Monday, last Monday. I think it was as the market opened. Nobody really knows why, but it destroyed the trend, the uptrend. The thing is that on the other side, apart from this line that I have just drawn, if we go back from that moment on the 31st of May, we had a highest high on a daily chart. Okay, we have it here. And if we go back again with this fantastic RSI and we connect it with this one here, we have now we have a downtrend, okay, from the 31st of May, if I'm not mistaken. I said that all around here, when I'm moving around, this was head and shoulders formation. You could see it in the 4-hour chart. That's in May, and that's why all of this formation confirmed. And right now, we are in an uptrend. In theory, we were in an uptrend from the 18th of May, and this uptrend was broken on Monday. After that, the thing is that we had this massive drop, but you could see that on Friday, okay, on Friday, Thursday and Wednesday, the price changed massively, okay? We touched the 1600s, and from the 1600s, we went completely to back to nearly the 1800s. We are on the 1780. We're in 1780, kind of. You can see it in this chart, 1780. This is a daily chart again. So we are entering this border. But if you check over here on a daily chart, we have this trend line. Okay, this trend line that is a downtrend trend line that the RSI still hasn't touched. We don't know when, but the stochastic is already on the way up. So it's supposed that during next days, the price most probably will hit this maybe 1800s. And if when it touches this line, this RSI line, we may be on a moment of either change or going back down. We can see that over here when it touched on the 29th of July, yeah, we started a downtrend again until the 9th of August. Right now we are on an uptrend from over here. We go to the 4-hour chart and you can see it. This is an uptrend. You can see the stochastic is, on a, whoa, look at that. It's an overbought. The RSI is also overbought, kind of. It's 69.13 right now. So we are entering and going to be touching this weighted moving average. I think that we might be on a moment that this can continue going up to the 1800s. And after we have hit that 1800, we can see how things are going for gold. If when touching these 1800s, the price goes down, we are talking about retrace. We're talking about that. You can see that I'll try to zoom in for you. If we go over here, we are going to be, this is a downtrend line that comes from summer 2020. Okay, this line over here, this line that I'm pointing. So it means, from my point of view, that we can be talking about a very interesting moment over here, because the price can be moving around here, and it may surpass. As you can see here, it did surpass, but there was a moment that it could not stand it, and it should fall. Over here, you can see that this is from the 29th of July, this trend line. Okay, so it means that it's 2 weeks old. So this downtrend is broken. We can see it here. It's completely broken. Right now, we are, boom, we can delete this one basically. We are on an uptrend from the moment after that massive 4-hour candle on Monday. Okay, but I think what my guess is on the 4-hour chart is that we might see something like this. We might even, I don't know, go back to go up again, to go down. Why do I say go down? Okay, and I don't know where the bottom is. I think that this doesn't matter. Okay, forget the 5. What I mean is that down here, the stochastic needs to go down, and also this RSI, there will be a moment that it will break down, also downtrend. What I don't know is if it will be at the same time. As you can see over here, we are in a pretty tight moment. What does it mean? It means that in the upcoming days, we are on the 13th here. This is the 16th, this is the 17th, this is the 18th. During this period of time over here, we're talking about, and during the next 2 days, 3 days, all of this, these RSIs should touch the downtrend trend line. If it's not strong enough, and I don't see, as you can see over here, the volume is not strong enough. The selling volume was much higher. So I think that it's just like let's say like a pullback on a downtrend. We can, if we go to the weekly chart, we are going down no matter what. Okay. The thing is that on the weekly chart, we have this amazing candle that ended up on a buy. You know, it's like we have something very strange that happened here. You can see that on a week, it did all of this amazing. It touched this support that it was not touching it since March, and since March, it touched it, and by the end of the week, it was already, we're talking about a lot up. We're talking about 100 bucks difference in a week. It went down and up a 6%. So my guess is that we have a formation, a triangle formation here that you can see that I have already drawn in the weekly chart. Okay, so my guess, this is since August. It already surpassed it. It already went down, but it ended up upwards. So we are on a very interesting, very interesting week to see what happens with gold, because from my point of view, it should go downtrend. It should go downtrend. It should go to the, from my point of view, to the 1755 or lower. But if it doesn't, this is a triangle. We know how triangles work. Either go up or down. Okay. What I must confess is that if you go to the monthly chart, which is a completely different story, we have a flag here. Okay, I'll take out this like things. We have a flag here, and we know what happens with flags. Flags are usually a continuation of the trend. Okay, and if we check, we have an uptrend that is an uptrend since 2006, 2007. It has been going up, it went down, but still we are on an uptrend. Okay, on a monthly chart, we're talking a very long term. It went down, but it doesn't matter. It touched, you see the lines it touched, is the fourth time it touches the same trend line, and it's still a buy. So this is a flag. We may have it as a continuation, or as things happen, like we can break and we can go down over here. We can go down again. We have, as you can see over here in the RSI, a trend line until it crosses here. Until it crosses this trend line, I would not say that is a sell. So on a we're talking about very long term. Okay, so it means that daily, what matters to us for the 4-hour chart right now is that if this doesn't break the 1800s, if this doesn't break the 1800s pretty soon, and that means that the stochastic should even go higher, and it's right now on 95. If it doesn't go higher, and well, if it continues to go higher and the RSI continues going higher, this is the 4-hour chart. We are going to the moon, but I don't know how much this will be able to hold for the cells that will come afterwards. So I mean, like, the problem of gold is that when it drops dramatically. So going up too fast, in my experience, doesn't end badly. We have over here, you have this line here on 1805. We have a very strong resistance, and that's what I said. The 1755 is what I think will go down during next week. That's my idea for next week. I think that it will go down, but again, there's a lot of people who think that this is going up. I think that we're going back to the because if you go to any time frame, 2-hour, we are everywhere. Not overbought, but even like above overbought. Okay, 1 hour, everywhere we are so high in the sky that it's impossible to sustain this. It's like it's not possible. The 4-hour, like, the only one that is not overbought is the daily chart, and that's what I mean. That I think that it may continue going up. It may continue going up a bit, but there will be a moment when the RSI of the daily chart will hit towards this trend line, and as soon as it hits this downline trend line, gold will become a sell. Well, anyway, that's all for gold right now. Any comments, ideas, or thoughts, please send them right now on the Wheel of Gold. Tell me what's your ideas. Tell me what you think, and we'll see. Anything more on gold? I'm checking. Let's see over here. I'm just saying because like it's what's this here? Sorry, but this computer is not as powerful as the other one, and it seems that my CPU is telling me, "Hey man, I'm working too hard." Hey man. Okay, so are you having any lag or anything on the streaming, or you can, if you hear me okay, that's okay. Good. Well, I saw over here that somebody asked me for the euro dollar, I think it was. Or what was it? One moment, because yeah, the euro dollar. I opened this one. Don't tell me why I'm checking March 2020. I don't know why. Anyway, something happened at this moment. We had a beautiful triangle here. Okay, so let's see. We go to again to our beautiful chart, and let's see where we are today. I don't know why I have these lines written here. Oh yeah. That's July. Okay, well, we had during July, I think that we were probably talking about the euro dollar. And I had an idea of the euro dollar with this pattern breaking. This was, yeah, from mid-June till the middle of July. We can see, this is again 4-hour chart. Okay. There was a moment that it broke. The idea was to go that high. It hasn't reached that top yet. It hasn't reached that top. But when it tried to go down, it seems that one of the trend lines stopped it. I think that, well, this is obviously right now not valid anymore. To check this right now, I would say that we need to check the whoa, look at that. The euros is losing strength, I would say. From yeah, that's for a long time ago. It's been losing strength. This is sold. This is not here anymore. It broke. But we have this trend line. Where does this trend line come from? Sorry, I always pay attention on trend lines that I drew long before. So look at that. This trend line comes from March again. I don't know what happened in March that we have this. We had all of that movement, yeah, during February, March. So this triangle that formed back then, that was a confirmed pattern, as you can see, because it actually went up. Right now has stopped. There's this resistance, sorry, this support over here. But we obviously, well, we have this 122. I don't think it's going up that much, like so soon. I see the euro dollar on a perspective that it's not going to be going up. Apart from on a daily basis, we can see this is the same that happened with gold on Friday. Look at this candle. Even though it dropped, look at this dramatic drop. It hit the Bollinger Bands and it couldn't get past it. we gold is a sell since, again, the same time as gold, uh, but it continues being a sell from the daily chart. I would say that gold is going to continue its downtrend. It might hit down here, and well, right now it can continue to go up because we've got in the daily chart, we've got the stochastic very low. We've got that, where the hell are we? We are on 23.13. That's very low. And the RSI is 46, so there's still plenty of room to go up. But every time it has attempted to go up, you can see over here, this was supposedly RSI was 81, and next time that the euro dollar was already on, was it 122.120, nearly 123. The highest was 123, and the RSI was 75. So we can see how the stochastic was going up, 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 up all the way, but the RSI never made it above this trend line. And this we're talking about since for the last 2 weeks. Okay, so unless it breaks this trend line, I would continue checking that. Right now I can go up for the next couple of hours. For sure it can go up, but look at this again, we are on a high. I would not say that this is going to go much higher. There's going to be probably some problems incoming if the dollar gets strong, which I don't know, because next week we're going to have, again, from my point of view, we're going to have things coming up with all the news affecting what has happened in Afghanistan. So we don't know what this will mean for the stock exchange. We are at the weekend. Today is Sunday. Therefore, tomorrow, depending on the measures, you know that right now I am not checking the news right now, but depending on what happens, this can shake. You know, Biden can say a lot of different things. The European Union can say a lot of different things. There can be sanctions. We don't know how Russia is going to also uh, say about this. We don't know what China is going to say about this, about everything that has happened with Afghanistan. I don't know how this affects also like the petrol and the oil and all of that. So there's a lot of factors right now that are affecting with this that has happened this weekend. I didn't think that they would succeed so fast. Like they were saying that it would take like, I don't know, a week, but they did it in less than 24 hours. So I think that a lot of things can change very fast in the next couple of days. We've got this on Tuesday, those results that are coming up, plus Powell speaking, plus probably Biden speaking as well, depending on what the USA is going to do about all of this. Last week, they said that everything was fine and freedom will prevail, and everything has been an epic fail. So we don't know how the markets will react towards this. And of course, depending on how the markets will react towards this, also the currency, maybe the dollar index may drop, seeing this as a failure for the USA. If the dollar index drops, it means that the euro will get stronger, and so will the gold. Therefore, all the US pairs will have, uh, like a yo-yo. It will have a lot of movement that is not, let's say, programmed, that is not up to, like the normal chart, but things that can break patterns, things that movements that can break these patterns, movements that can break things. We're talking about, um, now, since the Second World War, there has been no wars in theory. Like it's now they don't call it this; they call it military action. It's like it seems that this way they can bomb whoever they want. I'm talking about any country. Okay, I'm not talking about the USA right now. I'm talking about countries per se. And these military actions have had impact on everything. We had the first Gulf War. We had the second one. We had like Iraq. We had Afghanistan. All of these so we don't know what is going to happen right now. I'm not checking the news, but I can check right now. I don't know. Apart from I like knowing that the Taliban have conquered back that the whole Afghanistan. I don't know. Uh, no, I don't see any news on um, what's going on Europe or what's going. I think everybody's in shock that the government has just given up so fast. The government of Afghanistan. So I think that um, it's going to be for the people who scalp, for the people who day trade, for the people who have experience. And I repeat, for the people who have experience, I think that it's going to be a great opportunity to scalp all of those movements. Also, this means that it's going to be very risky because um, you'll have to be very fast analyzing. You'll have to be very fast doing everything that you're doing and in all your moves because right now whatever happens on Monday and Tuesday will affect the rest of the week. All of this has happened today. We are on a moment that on a 4-hour chart, the dollar, the euro dollar should the euro should get a bit weaker. I don't know how far it can drop because of all of this that has happened in Afghanistan. I don't know if this will affect again the DXY. I don't know if this will affect the stocks. I think it will. Um, that's I don't want to really say like right now. We have, as you can see over here, and I can also add this fantastic that is supports resistance version 2. I'll try if I can. Yeah, and here. Let's see. Okay, these that I have here that I have just pasted. Okay, this is on a 4-hour chart. These are supports and resistances. Okay, I have the main ones that I have drawn. Okay, but you have others. They're actually not that far from the ones I drew. Okay, so I have the lines that I have, strong one, but well, they're not that far. We are above the 117.6. Okay, 117.66. We are not yet past the one that I mark as a strong one, and also the system has also marked as 118.27. I have 118.22, which is like it seems to be a pretty strong one. Not only me has marked it, and again we have another one over here which is also marked on 119.72. 89, all of that. Okay, that's another strong one. I think that probably first it needs to cross that the area that we have marked as here. It needs to be able to go towards this one and pass it for this to be a buy. I don't see this happening. I don't see this happening at all. look at all of this. We are on an overbought in all the time frames except the 15 minutes, which anyway the 15 minutes is going to be a buy right now. But as the 15-minute buys, all of this will continue and it's just gonna drop. So I don't see this happening. I see this probably breaking the trend line that we have over here. But again, we have major news happening, which can affect all of this. So be safe when trading all of these pairs affecting the US dollar, because as I said, a war has been lost. And let's see how they take it. That's all what I want to say right now. I want to play it safe. I want that everybody stays on the safe side. If you are not an expert trader, be sure that you are just always and you follow the trend. Okay, yeah, the trend is your friend. Don't trade with any money that you cannot afford to lose. Remember that everything that I'm telling you, it's only pure educational, and I am not an advisor or any kind of investor advisor. So I'm not an economist. I'm not one of these guys. I just read charts on my own, and I share it here on YouTube as a hobby. I don't make any money over here. If you like my charts and the way I draw these lines and circles, you can always buy me a Lego brick, and I'll be very happy towards my Millennium Falcon that I want to buy. That's all for now for the euro dollar. I'll draw another circle over here, and I'll just paste it on a different side over here. If we go above here, we are talking with the situation we have. We're talking about a major uptrend, and if the natural thing would be that we break completely this trend line and we enter this support and probably a part after, probably after some like movements completely go down. Okay, that's the idea, but everything can happen right now with the situation that we have. The Great British Pound, let's go. We have 15 minutes. The Great British Pound, the Internet Explorer of currencies, is doing as always, moving slowly but steady. We are here on the same as always. It's nothing really is happening here. It moves like it's this currency when it's downtrend. It always it's a perfect currency to take, like at the beginning, and sell when you're on the bottom. It's like it's a there's one of these tactics, these strategies, when you are always if it touches one of these points, I'll try to mark it over here on one of each situations here you have, whenever it's touching one of these the edges of the Bollinger Bands, you always go against it. And it's one of these currencies that moves so beautiful that over here, for example, you were here and over here you're selling. You're selling. The theory tells you to sell over here, but if you are actually an experienced trader and you go to different time frames, you could be selling over here. When you have a confirmation on a green candle going up and actually pretty high. So the same, you would have gone over here or checked, but you see this is a 4-hour candle. It's not, so it moves very beautiful. You can be getting if you are trading, not scalping, if you are actually using higher time frames, this is a beautiful uh, beautiful pair to trade, because from here you are going, from here you're going over here, from here you're going, from here you're going, whenever it touches, like around down here. Again, you're waiting, you're not doing anything. Again, you enter here, you're entering here, and you're selling here. When it touches the trend line, you're again here waiting, and you enter again here, and you're selling whenever you see that when you're in profit. Okay, whenever you're entering over here is either when it touches the moving average, or that you see that you've got a profit. But again, this means that you need to be there. Okay, this is also possible to program on an EA, but you need to make sure that you are realistic with your take profits. So if you are doing this, you make sure that you don't say, oh, I'm going to get, I don't know, 1,000 pips. No, just don't be greedy. Instead of saying that you're going to, okay, this is 50 pips, then do it 20. Every time you're gaining 20 every time that you're here. And for sure, 20, it's going to be probably a good number. And that's going to be good enough. Every time that you go over here, you wait until you get your 20 pips. And again, the same from here. You are outside. From here, davai. You get your 20 pips the other way. From here, your 20 pips the other way. And anyway, it's you can see this in a lot of books and a lot of different strategies. You need to have time. You need to have your own tactic. I recommend always everybody to read different books. I recommend for technical analysis, you recommend Murphy. The financial markets analysis is John Murphy, great book. From what I see right now on well, this trend line was broken over here, so it's not valid anymore. And the 4-hour trend line was broken over here. I would say that is downtrend, but it's hard for it to go down. And if we go to the day trend, which is the important one, we're downtrend. When you go to the daily trend, we are downtrend. It needs to break over here. It hasn't broken yet. I don't consider this a broke. I don't consider this surpassing. And you can see over here how it's still getting, the MACD is getting weaker. So if this doesn't really, right now it's in the middle of the Bollinger Bands, if this doesn't break really my trend line on a daily chart, it continues being downtrend. We go to the 4-hour. We've got different resistances over here that needs to break. 139.33, sorry, 13, 139.70. So we still have a lot of resistance on the way up. This is a 4-hour chart, but look at this. Wow, this is amazing how it's interesting. And this one, interesting. And if we remove this one, because this was not valid anymore, we can just take this one out. And if from here we take it here, which is again this one, we have just updated from May our trend line again to understand what it's still a downtrend line. So until here on a 4-hour chart, it's still a downtrend line. Okay. Okay, for DAX, well, I don't know if anybody's interested in indexes. That's it. DAX is very interesting. I think that is still going up, but on a, I don't know what day we are here. This is the daily chart. Daily chart, we have broken the downtrend trend line, so we should be going up. This is a downtrend trend line. You can see over here that it started here, and from here it went over here, but it was broken. So since this was broken over here, when this boom 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 tried, you can even update it until here. This has been completely broken, this trend line. So right now we are supposed to be on an uptrend, and the uptrend is telling us that we're still uptrend. This is a 4-hour chart again. This is a daily chart. Sorry, this is a daily chart. I have a lot of lines over here, as you can see, because I was checking it from 2020. I was checking it from the COVID drop and expecting where it should go up. You can see the Fibonacci over here. It got there in March, May here. In March, it got to the 26, and if you actually check previous, which is 19 tops, this is supposed to be a different. We'll change it for this one to make sure that you understand that is the top, and this one too. I don't like to draw. I think that we are here, we have a strong resistance over here as well. We have a strong resistance all around here. I will just draw it over here because I just hate how sometimes these magnets doesn't allow it. I think that all of this is a strong resistance, and we have all of that space that it went back to 38, it went up again, and the funny thing is that this trend line that was drawn, you can see it's from the 19. If you extend it, it all of a sudden becomes valid to the right. We are extending it to the right, except we are extending this one also to the right. Hello. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I made a mistake. To the other side. Yeah, I need more coffee. So right now, I would say that we are back into this support. And if it drops right now, we have from back then, even though we have a lot of noise, you can see that it was trying to cross it, it had trouble crossing it, but once it did, it's above this. It has not broken the trend line since March. This one, it's still untouched. So right now, I would say that if it breaks it, that I don't think is a problem breaking it on a daily chart or on a 4-hour chart. I think that even though you can break it, because we are in overbought everywhere, probably, I think that we are in a pretty safe area where, yeah, well, of course, there's 1,000 points here difference, okay, but we are uptrend. For this to go back down, we're talking about over here is it's a 3%. That's 500 points. Okay, I don't think. Well, of course, DAX can do whatever they want. Whatever it wants. It's unpredictable. I think that it will continue going up. I think that we might have trouble on over here trying to surpass this. The objective from my point of view is around here. This is the objective, to touch 16,700. That's why I mean that trying to reach this area over here, it's going to be this is going to be a trouble area around here. I think all around here is going to be an area of problems. Right now we're on high highs, so I think that that's going to be an area of problems. That's why we may go back again around here. We may even go back to this trend line that comes from 19, and finally end up going back up to the objective, which is the 16,700. Anyway, I don't know if there are any more questions. I think that's all for now. Thank you for listening, and well, hope to see you around and Gold member. Join us. We are a very cool group. We make a lot of jokes. We talk a lot about manual trading. We talk a lot about analysis. We check our knowledge. We share our knowledge, and we help people who are learning and who are interested in learning how to trade. So welcome, and well, goodbye. Have a great weekend, the end of a weekend. Bye bye. Take care.